Oh, yeah.
Unless
Thanks to you.
Unless an athlete, you had a concussion.
I got it on video if you want.
Oh, yeah, I need that. How y'all doing? Y'all all right? Some of y'all got to upgrade. Y'all still on these phones, but I need HD cameras only. No more iPhones. What's going on? Anybody got a question?
Coach talked about there was a lot of spirit today.
Yes, sir.
But also talked about wanting to control that. What did you see out of the
Correct. At O-line period, you want to have poise and control. You know, you can't be too high, you can't be too low, and you got to move on pretty quickly because there's always the next play. So we preach that in every drill and everything. Just move on. You know, we'll get it corrected really quickly, but then we got to move on pretty quick.
What does Devontae bring to your group when he's able to participate?
Experience, grit, toughness, you know, all of that. You know, he's a guy that's really changed the dynamic of the room, and he's done a really good job building those relationships where they trust him. If he talks, they listen.
Congratulate back in there, and I can talk about this progression.
Oh yeah, Devontae's ready to go. I'm just being a soft coach probably, but no, he's doing well. He's progressing well. I'm very proud of where he's at.
What defensive guys always like to hoot and holler a lot? Always see as much from offensive guys as you like to see when you get some.
Oh yeah, I think it's all distraction. You know, we got to execute. You know, you can have all the emotion in the world. If you don't execute, it don't matter.
Is it good to see that kind of emotion midway through camp? To see you guys getting fired?
Oh yeah, they love playing football. You know, and then when it gets competitive, you know, you got to see who they really are. Because sometimes practice with competition, it brings out like, man, we're not in practice, we're playing football, and our kids, they enjoy that.
What has Bill Gibbons brought to the program so far, both locker room and then just on the field?
Very experienced, you know, work ethic. What I like about him is that very similar to Devontae. He's a guy that, you know, has helped build those relationships. So he's still gaining the trust of those guys just getting here. So as he continues to build that trust and relationship, he'll get a lot more, you know, involved in far leadership and things like that. But he's doing a wonderful job.
Is there a noticeable daily progression with him as he gets more comfortable with guys on his left and right?
Oh yeah, you know, just spending the time. You know, like no relationship is developed without time. So the more time they're spending with, that's the awesome thing about camp, because you're forced to spend a lot of time together and team building and meetings and things like that. So, you know, it's been good.
Have you seen Maurice build off of the role he stepped into last year?
Say that one more time.
Have you seen Maurice build off of the role he stepped into?
Oh man, Maurice he's comfortable. You know, he's still a young bull. But what I like about Maurice, he's taking the game to more mental, you know, not physical. Seeing the pictures, seeing the alignment, seeing things before they happen, and taking charge. And what you see is as he does that, the group listens to him a lot more, and they don't question. It's like, yeah, he's right.
How's Dante responding to the challenges you guys have set for him?
Oh man, he's still rolling. You know, he took the 1 reps at right guard today, so I was proud of his poise and control, because those were some tough situations. Those were end of the game situations where it got chaotic, and we gotta, you know, we scored, but we still got to kick a field goal. He was out there, you know, so it's showing his growing up and his maturity as we go, because he was a guy that got thrown in the fire young too, and we forget that. You know, he was a young freshman, so he's still growing with the group as well.
Coach Norvell talked a little bit about versatility yesterday. What do you see from your guys?
They don't have a choice. You know, we're going to cross-train multiple positions. We're going to play the best one. So they buy in pretty quick because they get that from day one.
Looking at the group as a whole, when you bring back almost everyone.
Hey, man. I'm chilling, bro.
Looking at the group as a whole, when you bring back everybody, how much does that help? Because you've got to hit the ground running.
They know me. You know, they know the expectation. They know the standard. So there's no question. There's no wonder when you walk in the meeting room. There's no wonder when we come out here. There's no wonder when we leave stretch where I'm going. They know, you know. So it's kind of you get a little bit quicker step when you know where you're going.
You got some of the younger guys that got reps even with the one sometimes.
Oh yeah.
How good is that for them?
Well, that was just something I learned as I'm growing in my profession and learning how to become a better O-line coach. Is you can't develop guys unless they're going against the best. So there is no ones and twos. It's can you operate against Fabian? I got to see that early. So there's no depth chart. It's just more of what can you do when your time is called. So I get to see that early, because if a guy's always going as a backup, he performs as a backup, he prepares as a backup. So I rotate that quite a bit.
With the snaps, you kind of want to put your arm around the guy and coach him up, or do you want to what do you?
Oh no, man! It's like everything else. It's just like a quarterback missing a bubble. You know, it's a routine kind of throw. You got to get your routine down. It's some new guys. We got, man. Shoot, I think I'm training 6 guys at center. So you're gonna take those lumps. I mean, when you're going right, you're pulling right, you're setting. It's different things you do with your body when you snap, and they got to feel them all. And also, it's different when you're in CQ till you're in live bullets with a guy breathing right there in front of your face. So sometimes that stuff you don't see it until 11-on-11 situations. Then you go back and get it corrected. So usually we make a log of that, and we keep that log, and we put in those awkward body snapping situations to make sure they get used to it.
You mentioned cross training. How viable can Devontae be in all spots?
He's already played every spot, and we trained him at center this year, so he's an all-5 guy.
As a coach, you see the bigger picture, not just your position group. How much did you like when you came here, the way Coach Norvell coaches special teams, and how involved he gets?
Ball coach. He's a ball coach in all aspects. When he talks about holding our players accountable for the approach in all aspects, all inclusive, he is like that with everything. So it's not just the greatest GPA. It's not just the greatest special team or offensive line. All of it. His approach is very consistent and the same. He's a ball coach.
That's all. Perfect. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, fellas.
Thank you.
Some